In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to create an AI agent, a virtual assistant that can answer calls and help customers using AI. By the end of this tutorial, you will learn how to set up and customize your AI agent, define its voice and behavior, write a system prompt, and link it to an AI brain. You'll also learn how to add a transfer to human option, test the agent with a real call, and review call logs and costs. In this tutorial, I'll be using ElevenLabs. If you want to follow along, you can sign up for free using my affiliate link in the description. It won't cost you anything extra, and it helps support the channel. Thank you so much, and now let's get started. First, to get a clearer grasp of what we're building, let's talk about a few things. What's an AI agent? It's like an AI-powered receptionist. It understands what callers say and responds with a human-like voice, all in real time. How does it work? Twilio handles the phone number and routes incoming calls. ElevenLabs does the rest, transcribes speech, processes it with an AI brain, and talks back with a natural-sounding voice. Now, let's get into setting everything up. Import Twilio phone number. Once you sign up for ElevenLabs and log in, the first integration step is to connect your Twilio phone number to ElevenLabs conversational AI. This allows ElevenLabs to handle calls coming to your number. We do this by importing the number into ElevenLabs. In the ElevenLabs conversational AI dashboard, find and click on phone numbers in the left-hand menu. This is where you manage phone numbers linked to your AI agents. Click the Import Number button. ElevenLabs will ask you how you want to import a number. You have two options, import from Twilio or from a SIP trunk. For simplicity, let's choose Twilio since we have a Twilio number. After clicking on Twilio, you'll be prompted to enter a label for this phone number. This is just a friendly name to identify the number. For example, YouTube tutorial. Enter phone number. After labeling, you'll provide the Twilio number you want to use for the agents. Use the full international format. And now enter your Twilio account SID and authentication token when prompted. The account SID is the 34-character string that starts with AC from your Twilio console, and the authentication token is the secret key. Remember to keep it confidential, but here you need to paste it to authorize ElevenLabs to control your Twilio number. These credentials let ElevenLabs communicate with your Twilio account on your behalf. After filling in the SID and the authentication token, click on the Import button. If everything is correct, your phone number will appear in the ElevenLabs phone numbers list. Great, your Twilio number is now linked to ElevenLabs, meaning incoming calls to that number can be handled by AI agents you create. Now that the number is connected, let's create our AI agent to handle calls on this number. Create a new AI agent. The next step is to create the AI agent itself. In the conversational AI dashboard menu, click on Agents. This section is where all your AI agents are listed and managed. Next, click on the New Agent button. This starts the setup for a new AI agent. First, give your agent a name. This could be a descriptive name for internal use or whatever you prefer. In our example, we name it Customer Support for Video Agency as a clear identifier. Then, let's choose a template. ElevenLabs offers pre-made agent templates. As you can see here, we have a support agent, mindfulness coach, sales agent, each with some preset behavior. For this tutorial, we want to build our agent from scratch. Let's select blank template to start with a clean slate. Click Create Agent after selecting the blank template. After hitting the Create button, a form will appear to configure the agents. This is your agent's configuration page. This page has multiple tabs and settings to customize how your AI agent behaves. We'll go through each of these configuration sections next. Configure AI agent settings. On the agent configuration page, you will see several tabs: Agents, Voice, Analysis, Security, Advanced, and Widgets. We will configure the import settings in each to set up our agent's behaviors and capabilities. Let's go step by step through these. Agent tab, Basic Settings. This is where you define the core behavior and identity of your AI agents. Language. First, select the primary language of your agent under Agent Language. For example, choose English from the drop-down. You can also add multiple languages if you want your agent to be multilingual. Simply select additional languages from the list by clicking on them. First message. This is the greeting or first message the caller will hear when they call in. Essentially, the agent's opening line. Let's enter a friendly greeting. For example, hello, Thank you for calling our video agency. May I know what your inquiry is about? This sets a welcoming tone and asks the caller for their question. Feel free to tailor it to your use case. System prompt. The system prompt defines the agent's persona and context that guides the AI's responses. It's like giving background instructions to the AI. In our case, we want the AI to act as a helpful customer support representative for a video agency. Write a system prompt that describes this role and any important details. For example, you are a friendly and knowledgeable customer support agent for a video production agency. You can answer questions about our services, pricing, and process. If the caller needs human assistance, politely offer to transfer the call to a human representative. This prompt ensures the AI stays in character and knows its scope. Pro tip: need inspiration for a good system prompt? You can ask ChatGPT to help generate one. For instance, ask something like, help me write a system prompt for an AI phone agent that handles customer support calls for a video production company. You can then refine and use the result in your agent's system prompt field. Next to the prompt field, there's an Add Variable button. ElevenLabs allows you to insert dynamic variables like the caller's number, agent's name, etc. into prompts or messages. This is advanced usage. For now, we won't add custom variables, but know that it's possible. Example, you could have the agent greet the caller by name if that were provided. With the basic agent tab filled out, language, greeting, system prompt, we've set the stage for our agent's personality and opening behavior. Now, let's configure the AI brain behind the agent. LLM settings, choosing the AI brain. Still in the agent tab, the next field you will find is the LLM and knowledge base. ElevenLabs allows you to choose which AI model will power your agent's understanding and responses. Click the drop-down under LLM provider model. You will see options like GPT 3.5, GPT-4 by OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, etc. Select your preferred model. For example, OpenAI GPT 4.0 for a powerful conversational AI. Note, at the time of this tutorial, ElevenLabs covers the LLM usage cost for you. In the future, they will pass on the cost to the user. Temperature. Set the temperature for the LLM's responses. Temperature controls how creative or random the AI's responses are. A higher value, closer to 1, means more creative and varied answers. A lower value, closer to 0, means more focused and deterministic answers. For support agents, you typically want it reasonably factual and on script, so something like 0.3 or 30% creative is a good starting point. In our case, we'll set it around 1/3 of the maximum. This helps the agent give consistent answers. Limit token usage. Here, we'll configure the limit token usage, which is the maximum number of tokens or pieces of text the LLM will use in a response. If you set a value greater than 0, the AI's answers will be cut off at that length. You might leave this at the default or a high number like 0 for unlimited or a few thousand, so the agent can give sufficiently detailed answers. For now, let's leave it at -1. We won't impose a strict limit to allow the AI to respond fully. Knowledge base. This next feature lets you upload documents or FAQs to provide the AI with specific knowledge. For example, your product details, company info, etc. Adding your own docs can make the agent more accurate for your domain. Click Add Document if you want to upload any reference materials like PDFs, text, etc. For our example, we'll skip uploading documents, but know that if you did, the AI would reference them when answering questions. Use RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. RAG is a feature that allows the AI to fetch information from the attached knowledge base when formulating answers. Essentially, it augments the LLM with your documents for better accuracy. Toggle RAG on to enable this if you added documents. For a clearer definition, RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, is a technique where the AI pulls relevant info from a provided knowledge source, like those documents, to improve its responses. It helps the agent handle queries that require specific knowledge beyond its base model training. By completing the LLM and knowledge base settings, we've set what brain the agent will use and how it can draw on extra info. Next, we'll configure tools that the agent can use during the call. Tools, adding extra capabilities. ElevenLabs agents can use tools to perform certain actions, such as transferring the call or detecting language. By default, an agent has a basic tool, like the ability to end a call. We want to add a transfer to human tool, so the agent can hand off the call if the caller requests a human or if the AI cannot assist further. So in the tab called Tools, click the Add Tool button to create a new tool. You'll see options for different tool types. Custom tool, to create a customized one. Language detection, to auto-detect the caller's language. Transfer to AI agents, transfer call to another AI agent. And transfer to human, transfer call to a human/phone number. I'll choose transfer to human for this example. So there will be options here for the configuration. This is where you'll describe to the LLM how and when to use the tool. Now, configure the transfer tool. If we click on Add Rule, it will prompt us to enter a phone number and the condition. Enter the phone number where you want the call transferred. This would typically be a support team member or operator's number. Remember that it should be a valid number of a human who can take the call. Conditions. This lets you add specific conditions with an interface. In our case, we use a simple description. If the user requests to speak to a real human after 2 times, transfer to a real human. But if there's an option to formalize a rule, you can set that. Finally, click on Add Tool. You should now see a Transfer to Human tool in the list of tools for the agents. Now our agent not only can converse, but it knows how to transfer the call to a real person if needed. This makes the agent more practical for real customer service scenarios. Voice tab, choosing the voice. Next, let's scroll all the way up and configure the Voice tab, which controls how the agent sounds when speaking. Click on the Voice tab for your agents. Here you can select which ElevenLabs voice will be used to synthesize speech for the agents. ElevenLabs provides high-quality AI voices. You can see a list of pre-made voices here or custom voices you've created before. Now, if you also want to create your own voice with ElevenLabs, I have a separate tutorial on how to do that. So make sure to check that out. The link is in the description. Choose a voice that fits your agent's persona. For example, let's pick Eric, just an example, but you can use any available voice you prefer. You can click the play button next to a voice name to hear a sample of that voice. Listen and pick the one you like for the agents. Advanced voice settings. There are several technical settings here under the voice selection. Use flash. This one's automatically toggled on, so let's just leave it as it is. TTS output format. You can see options here for the audio format or sampling rate. Default is fine unless you have specific needs. Pronunciation dictionaries. This lets you define custom pronunciations for certain words. It's useful if your business has unique terms or names that the AI might mispronounce. We also have options here like optimize streaming latency, stability, speed, and similarity. For a beginner, these advanced voice settings can be left as is. The default ElevenLabs settings are typically good enough and the agents will speak clearly. So let's leave them as they are. Now our agent has a voice and will be able to talk. Next, we will briefly look at the analysis and security settings, which are more about how the conversation data is handled. Analysis tab. Click on the Analysis tab. Here you can find the evaluation criteria, which allows you to set up automatic evaluations of the conversations. For example, you could define what a successful call means. Did the AI solve the issue? Was the user satisfied? Using certain criteria. Then, the Data Collection tab. This is where you specify if you want to extract certain data from each conversation like the caller's issue category, sentiment, or other info from the transcript. For our basic setup, we do not need to configure anything on analysis. These are advanced features to analyze how your AI agent is performing. We'll skip detailed setup here, but it's good to know this tab exists for later when you want to review or improve your agent's conversations. Security tab, authentication and limits. Next, let's go to the security tab. This area contains settings to secure or limit access to your agents. Enable authentication. In this part, you can require callers to authenticate, for example, enter a passcode or ID before they can talk to the agents. If you turn this on, you'll need to configure an authentication method like a PIN code. This is useful if you want only certain people to use the agent or to protect sensitive info. In our case, we will leave authentication off so anyone calling the number can interact with the agent directly. Allow lists. This next option is to restrict which origins or hosts can connect to the agents. This is more relevant for web widget use. We can ignore this for now. Enable overrides. This setting allows the caller or API client to override certain agent configurations at call start. We'll leave this default as we want our settings to stay as we set them. Here, we also have settings to fetch initiation client data from webhook and a post-call webhook. These are options for sending data to your own server, either at call start or end. We don't need to set this up for our simple demo. We can also set a concurrent calls limit, or how many people can talk to the agent at once, and a daily calls limit to cap usage. For testing, you can leave these as default, but you might impose limits in production to control costs. For now, no changes are needed in security for our demo, but always be aware of these options if you need to lock down your agents or manage usage. Advanced tab, fine-tuning parameters. If we click the Advanced tab, we can see some more technical settings. We have here turn timeouts, then the silence and call timeout. We can adjust how long the system waits for the caller to say something, or how long a conversation can last, which is the max conversation duration. If you expect short calls, you might reduce the max duration. Otherwise, default is fine. We also have here the keywords. It lets you input keywords that are important to your domain, which can help the speech recognition or AI give those words special attention. Here, you could enter terms like video, production, editing, budget, but again, this is optional. There are some other settings here, but we'll accept the defaults as they're generally reasonable. Unless you have specific requirements, you often don't need to tweak advanced settings at the basic stage. We'll just keep everything defaults. Widgets tab, web embedding. The last tab is widgets. This is useful if you want to embed a call widget on a website. ElevenLabs lets you generate a snippet of code like this one, which you can easily embed by just copying and pasting. There are also some other settings here, like the appearing settings, where you can customize the appearance of your widget. If your goal is to just have the phone agent via calls, you can ignore the widgets section. It's an extra way for users to reach your agents through a web page. We won't use it now, but it's nice to know that it's available. At this point, we've configured all the important parts of the agents, from its voice and personality to its tools. Make sure to click on Save at the bottom for the agent configuration. This will apply all the settings we've entered. Now our AI agent is fully configured. Next, it's time to test it out with a phone call and ensure everything is hooked up correctly. But first, 2 important checks before testing. Upgrade and verify your Twilio accounts. Trial accounts often have limitations, like requiring verified caller IDs or inserting trial messages that can block proper routing. Upgrading removes these restrictions. And the second thing is you need to assign the AI agents to your phone number. In ElevenLabs, go to the phone numbers section, click on your imported number, and assign the agent we created earlier as the handler for the inbound calls. This ensures the call gets routed to the correct agents. Time to give it a try. Grab your phone and call the Twilio number you connected. If everything's been set up correctly, you should hear your AI agents pick up and respond with the custom greeting you wrote.
Hello, thank you for calling our video agency. May I know what is your inquiry about?
Hey, I would like to find out how much does it cost to create a video for a SaaS business, and what kind of services do you guys offer?
Our video projects typically start at $3,000 and can go up to $8,000, depending on the scope and type of video. We offer a range of services, including product explainers, customer testimonials, YouTube content for brand building, and paid ad creatives. Each video is custom-made and includes strategy, scripting, and editing. Is there a specific type of video or campaign you have in mind for your SaaS business?
Whoa, this is working! Let's go! I'm so excited. All right, connect me to a human.
I understand you're excited and would like to speak with a human. Let me arrange that connection for you now, and a human representative will assist you shortly.
It works! The AI agent is holding a conversation. It was very exciting to hear it respond correctly. This live test confirms our AI agent can greet callers and have a dynamic conversation. It's functioning as intended. Now, let's see how we can review what happened during the call. Reviewing call history and recording. After finishing the test call, we can inspect call logs and details in the platform. Call history. In ElevenLabs' conversational AI interface, go to the call history section. Here, you should see a log of calls that have been handled by your agents. Locate the entry for the call we just made. It will show the date/time of the call and which agent handled it, and also the duration. Call details. If we click on the call record to see more details, we will find the transcript. This is the full transcription of the conversation, everything the caller and agent said. In our example, we can read the transcript showing our question and the agent's detailed answers. This is useful for reviewing how well the AI agent understood and responded. Recording. There's also an audio recording of the call. You can play back the entire conversation to hear how it sounded. We were able to listen to the call recording directly in the browser. It's quite useful to replay and ensure the voice and timing were as expected. You can even download the recording as an audio file for records or sharing, as the download button is also available. Call metrics. Here we can see the information like the call duration. Ours was about 1 minute and 25 seconds. In our test, the call cost us about 4 cents. Since ElevenLabs was covering the AI processing cost at the time of writing, we did not incur additional charges for the AI responses during this test. Conclusion.
Congratulations! We have just created a functional AI agent from scratch. If you want to build your own AI agent just like this, make sure to sign up to ElevenLabs using the link in the description. It won't cost you anything extra and it helps support the channel. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.